My name is Amelia Fearon, a student of the Vere Technical High School, and I'm vying for the position of General Secretary. To be a good leader, you must first be a good listener. My name is Amelia Fearon, a prominent youth leader of the Vere Technical High School, coming straight out of Hayes Clarendon. Political youth representative for the Hayes Clarendon Division and fifth-year delegate for the United Nations Association of Jamaica are some of the many big deal titles I hold. Not to mention the first Region 7 Secretary PRO for this exceptional student-led organization. Public speaking has always been one of my strongest areas in life. Some might say it's my God's-given talent. Over the years of practicing, it has groomed me to be a better version of myself. But there is something I have learned while expressing this passion. I realized that my actual passion was advocacy and not public speaking. So whether it was in a private setting or a public setting, my aim was to be the voice of the voiceless, the voice for the persons who think they are voiceless, and the voice for those who are too afraid to let their voices be heard. As a result of this, I decided that I wanted to be the person my peers could come to and express themselves and would not have to worry about confidentiality, and their voices were still being heard. If I am to be given the golden opportunity of being a part of such an impactful organization again, it would be an honor and a privilege. I will be able to advocate for the rights of the students of this country on a large platform and attend to the needs of the students. When I am voted into the office of General Secretary, I will partner with other members of the executive to increase social activities within the organization, create an environment where students are more comfortable to speak about the ill treatment they face in school and hold authority accountable. Ensure that the new grooming policy that Minister Favour Williams mentioned is being carried out, because no student should be barred from school because of hairstyle and other petty matters. This opportunity will also help me to garner the expertise and give me the experience to be exposed to aspects of the career path I wish to pursue. So excuse my Creole for a minute, but Fearon is not gonna be the one to promise you the moon and the stars or tell you that I'm going to make the impossible possible. But if you want a gen set that is highly experienced, a good listener, and will ensure to advocate and work on behalf of your needs, just remember, Fearon is on a mission. Thank you.
My name is Abigail Brown, an ongoing student of the Belair High School for 6 simultaneous years, now the current vice president of the student body, and now vying for the position of General Secretary for Region 5. Character is not something that you buy. It is not a quality suited for only the rich and the famous. Character is built upon the foundational commitment of love, compassion, for others. Bryson Pulsifer. Good evening, NSSC board coordinators and my fellow ambitious student leaders. I am so proud of us for reaching this far through these unpredictable circumstances. To begin, I believe that leadership comes with experience. Since the beginning of grade 9, I have been selected as a passionate advocate for the Belair High School Student Council body, holding the position of secretary and student representative, and is proud to say that I have been to several NSSC regional meetings. Not only have I been a part of the student body for the past 4 years, but I have participated in a countless amount of board meetings. You might be saying to yourselves, why should I be the next general secretary? Well, 3 aspects: experience, responsibility, and socialization. Being social will make me an excellent general secretary, because without communication, you will never know what the community wants. I would also like to work alongside the future elected members and the NSSC administration to address the concerns and ideas of the student body. I would like to establish a Voice Your Opinion website, which will aid us in the connection of all student bodies across the nation. This website will be easily accessed and everyone will have an opportunity to express themselves and be updated, as this will only make such an impactful organization improve as the years go by. Another problem, which I aim to fix, that is known by many, is the thousands of students who have been denied access to schooling via online or transportation. From my own experience, I have witnessed a numerous amount of students missing from class due to poor Wi-Fi connection and a great distance. As many would know, floor too wicked is a common catchphrase used in Jamaica. I want to establish a note collection project, which should promote the concept of printed notes and the collection on a specific day for the students who don't have access to internet. And a concept in which my school has is to provide free bus rides to and from the town. This idea can be utilized throughout the nation. The gas money, of course, will be deducted from school fees. I am an honest person who always takes care of tasks. If I am elected as your general secretary, I will keep good notes as well as communicate your wishes to my fellow student body members. I want to ensure that everyone has a voice, as we all matter. I will try my best to ensure that the NSSE is well represented and is happy with all final decisions. I hope for your vote in this election. Your time is highly appreciated. I thank you.
My name is Ruth Bakare, a student of the St. Hugh's High School for Girls, and I am applying for the post of General Secretary. Boldly spoken by the Henry Ford, he stated that coming together is the beginning, keeping together is progress, and working together is success. My name is Ruth Bakare, a proud student of the St. Hugh's High School, and I am vying for the post of General Secretary. Upon entering secondary level education, I found joy in advocating for my fellow colleagues, and I have continued to pursue it. I want to be involved with our nation's student council at a higher level, and I do believe I can give back to such an environment positively as it has helped to shape my morals, attitude. I strongly believe in good, efficient organization and communication when it comes to the functioning of any organization, hence my candidacy for this role. If elected, I aim to increase communication among the body, its stakeholders, as well as the rest of the regions. And this will be achieved by holding weekly or monthly town halls with the respective executives of each region to gain insight on matters arising. And it will also be achieved by creating or enforcing existing protocols that will guide in the running of the councils in each region. I also aim to refine organization by ensuring everything is accounted for, which will help to minimize chaos within the body as well as between regions. And this will be facilitated through the usage of storage applications such as Google Drive or Microsoft Access, and also through the method of categorization, where data will be grouped and marked with various labels to further improve the accuracy of the data. Additionally, I aspire to prepare and collate reports in a formal and respectable manner, which will therein uphold the reputation of the council on both national and international levels. And I will achieve this by using my skills obtained in electronic document preparation management. And lastly, I hope to conduct and create and improve webinars or workshops aimed at resolving issues surrounding the representation of our students. And this will be implemented by communicating with our stakeholders as well as nonprofit and profit organizations to aid in the developmental training of our student councils so that they may further understand and map the best way to represent our students. I believe that my plans will have an overall positive impact on the work efficiency of the council as it serves as a reputable forum to students nationwide. So in the booth, vote for Ruth for your next General Secretary. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. We have now reached to the question and answer segment of today's proceedings. Your first question. If you are elected, state one course of training you would institute for local and regional secretaries to improve the execution of their duties.
Thanks for that question, Rihanna. I would implement a program where secretaries are able to learn about how to write meeting minutes and other meeting things that they'll need to know, because that is very important in order to keep record of stuff that take place in meetings. Thank you.
Abygale?
Could you repeat the question, please?
No problem. If you are elected, state one course of training you would institute for local and regional secretaries to improve the execution of their duties.
one tactic I would actually like to use is something fun. I would invent a little game, like something that we could share and bond against. So we could learn easily from this and grasp the idea of what it means to be a secretary, local and, as you said, regional?
Regional.
Yes, I thank you.
Ruth?
Thank you for that question. One of the programs that I would implement, as stated in my manifesto, is the implementation of workshops. So I would communicate with our stakeholders as well as the organizations that we're affiliated with to provide developmental training, such as learning how to take minutes accurately, and also referring them to the Student Council Toolkit, which will help them to, utilize their tasks as secretary. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Your second question. What strategy do you plan to employ in ensuring that local councils are fully functioning during virtual school?
All right, so during virtual school, you know that rural areas might not have internet connection for you to communicate with them. So I'll definitely make a call, because a call can go a long way. So by communicating with them, we can either send an SMS or a call, because social media isn't always effective, especially during this time. Thank you.
As stated in my
Abygale?
oh, sorry, I'm so sorry. As stated in my manifesto, I would utilize the Voice Your Opinion website. In this website, I would like to know what is going on within a school, all the concerns and ideas of the students. I would like to know what they're going through, all their problems. So basically, I would just like to utilize this website to know what is going on within a student body. Thank you.
Ruth?
I'm sorry, could you please repeat the question?
No problem. What strategy do you plan to employ in ensuring that local councils are fully functional during virtual school?
Okay, as stated in my manifesto, I would love to enforce weekly or monthly town halls with the respective executives of each region. So by doing this, we would find out the matters that are arising, such as the lack of internet or not having access to virtual schools. So that's one of the things that I would do.
Thank you, ladies. Your third question. Why should students be involved in the decision-making process in their schools?
Thanks for that question. Without students, there wouldn't be a school. So every decision that is made, I do believe, and I strongly believe that students should take a high part or a high toll in it. So students are responsible are supposed to take part in the decision-making process, because it's revolve around them. Every decision that is made in school affects them, whether positively or negatively.
Speaks.
Abygale.
I believe that our education is in our hands and we have the right to indicate what is going on within our educational region. I think that this provides us a sense of empowerment, as we can make a change whenever we see something is wrong. Thank you.
Thank you. Ruth.
These are the students. The students are what makes the school. So every decision that is made for students should include students. So students are very vital to the decision-making processes that are happening, because it is about them. It concerns them. It concerns their welfare. So therefore, they do need to be a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Your fourth question. What do you consider to be the greatest weakness of the NSSC, and how do you propose this should be addressed?
All right, so even though NSSC is a premier student-led organization, there's always room for improvement. And I do believe one of the weak areas that NSSC has is the communication with intercouncils. So I do believe we need a stronger relationship with the intercouncil. And I do believe what I plan on doing when I'm elected, or when I get this position, is to contact them more often, try and go into these schools, speak with them, let them understand the role of NSSC, because a lot of intercouncil members do not know the role of NSSC, but the executive members are aware. So I do believe that the intercouncil members need to be aware of what NSSC is about. Thank you.
Thank you. Abygale.
I believe that this is such an impactful organization, I must say, and beneficial, and has a lot of opportunities. But I believe that the NSSC has weaknesses in such that a lot of schools do not have a student council, even though it plays such a vital role in our life, as this is our future, it's our education. I believe that we need to improve on our communication and standards. We need to get students involved in the student council. We need to ensure that all schools have a student council, as student councils are important. I thank you.
Ruth?
Thank you. That's an interesting question. I feel like one of the main weaknesses of the NSSC is the lack of engagement between the body and the rest of the councils. And one of the ways that I plan to amend that is by using teamwork, implementing the workshops, communicating, refining organization, making sure everything is accounted for. That will definitely help to, and also I would communicate with the other executives, such as the PRO, to make sure that we have more events or more organizations, more programs that encourage students to participate and teach them more and raise the awareness of the NSSC. So thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Now over to Amelia for your specific question. In your manifesto, you spoke to the new grooming policy, which according to your manifesto was mentioned by the Honorable Minister of Education, Minister Williams. What major changes to the current grooming policy, which was made effective in August 2018, would you like to see? And how would you ensure that these changes are implemented at the local administrative level? Please be as specific as possible.
Thanks for that question, Rihanna. So definitely the grooming policy of 2018, I think there's a lot of changes, but one of the serious changes that needs to be made is for the hairstyles, especially for boys and for girls with natural hairs. For Afrocentric hairstyles, I really don't see the problem with it, and it's full time. We just embrace our blackness, or should I say, because the thing is, if an Indian person is supposed to let down their hair, there won't be any problem with that. But if an African American or just an Afro girl here is supposed to be let out, there's a big problem. So I do believe that needs to be looked over, and that is a big problem because one, the hairstyle really don't contribute to anything that we learn at school. And I do believe that if students are comfortable with the way that they look, they'll perform well. So I do believe that needs to be changed.
The question also spoke to how you plan to ensure that these changes are implemented at the local administrative level. Please be as specific as possible.
All right, so all I'll ensure is to create an environment, as mentioned in my manifesto, where students are able to speak about ill treatment. So if it is a case where they are being barred from school because of their hairstyle, I will ensure that I make it known and advocate on behalf of it, raise awareness about it, hold authority accountable. How I'll hold authority accountable is by spreading awareness, help get the public to know about this, and they'll help us to push forward.
Thank you. Abygale, over to you. With school fees being made optional and on the basis of parent contributions, outline in detail how it is that the transportation aspect of your manifesto will be funded and carried out. Please be as specific as possible.
Wow, thank you for that question. Actually, at my school, we're involved in a lot of fundraisers. We sell a lot of cakes because, you know, we like sweets. We sell little artifacts like little playing cards or art pieces. I think that we can utilize this and also have fundraisers in other schools in order to surprise payment for this transportation or bus fees. And it is, in fact, that every school should have a bus. So I don't think the bus would be a problem to be purchased.
Thank you, Abygale. Over to you, Ruth. In your manifesto, there is mention of town halls to gain insights of matters arising. Using an example of a student issue that may arise, explain how that information will be used to effect change on the student's behalf within your position as General Secretary. Please be as specific as possible.
Okay, thank you very much for that question. In the scenario that a student is suspended for a reason they don't deem fit, and our student counselors are not exactly sure how to carry out or to represent that through the town halls and through the town halls or the webinars or the workshops, we will implement programs and developmental training that will help to teach them how exactly they should represent their students on the school board. So that's how that would be implemented. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies.